Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another musical moment in the life of the old-time rock and roller. Today we will be focusing a few minutes on a story from the golden age of rock and roll. Are you ready? Okay, let's get started. Aaron T-Bone Walker was one of the finest guitarists that ever came out of Texas. In fact, he was one of the finest American blues guitarists of all time. When my dad learned that I was playing guitar, he went over to the record cabinet and he pulled out Two Bones and a Pick, T-Bone's album, and he said, "Son, if you want to learn how to play guitar, you listen to this guy." And I did, and I learned songs like Stormy Monday Blues, Two Bones and a Pick, the T-Bone Shuffle, and many others on that album. So in 1970, when I learned that he was going to be playing Joe's Bar in Central Square, I had to go. Now, I had read that many of the black blues performers were seldom paid for their work. In fact, Willie Dixon, who wrote You Shook Me, had to sue Led Zeppelin and won the case, of course, for $1 million or $2 million. So there was some compensation coming in, but some others were not so lucky. There was a young blind blues guitar player named Paul Pina from Boston, who I believe co-wrote Big Old Jet Airliner with Steve Miller. Paul opened the show and he did a good job. Well, T-Bone played his set, just a trio, and he was remarkable. His voice had that rich, deep tone. And his guitar playing, he could still play behind his head and do the splits like he was doing in the early 50s. But when he was on a break, I went over and I said, "T-Bone, you're one of my idols. My dad turned me on to you." He said, "Can you buy me a drink?" I said, "Sure, what are you drinking?" He said, "Screwdriver." So I bought him a screwdriver and we continued to talk. He told me he was on this raggedy tour. He had to take the bus in and find some pickup musicians. And I felt so bad for him because here was one of the greatest living bluesmen of all time playing Joe's Bar, which was your corner dive bar, paying for his Greyhound bus ticket to the next city, to the next show. He just never made it to that superstar status that he really deserved. Well, it was an honor to see one of the first guitar players that I ever tried to emulate. And then greater honor to talk to him and hear a little bit of his story. But it saddened me that he was basically ripped off by the music industry. And basically he died poor and broke in Los Angeles. Still, I thanked him for his time, his generosity, the way he influenced me, his guitar playing and singing, and I wished him the very best of luck. And that, my friends, is my memory of meeting Aaron T-Bone Walker. They call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Thanks for listening to this musical moment, my friends. There are plenty more to come. And I will see you down the music story highway on the next adventure of the old-time rock and roller. So long, my friends.